Guys, welcome back. Today we're gonna learn jumping windmills. These are windmills where you jump in the air and your head doesn't touch the floor. So as a beginner you might practice windmills in the freeze like this and leave your head off the floor completely. But that's not a great idea. You want to get the windmills where you roll over your forehead, simply because a lot of variations use that, and also a lot of combinations. Let's say windmill to halo as an example. It's way better if you leave your head on the floor instead of that your head's off the floor, and for the halo you have to place it, right? Just saying, practice your windmills that you can do it like the barrel mill, or you roll off your arms with your head still on the floor. This time we don't do that though, because we're going to make that variation, the jumping windmills. You can learn this before you even learn rolling off your forehead, but that's not a good idea, like I said, because then a lot of combinations are locked for you till you learn something like barrel mills. So this move is actually not that hard. You just have to get the main concept down. You don't need to pump the legs, but you can make height by pumping the legs. I'll demonstrate it quickly. I slightly, you don't even have to do all the way this, but I slightly bend my legs in, and don't push like that. See, that's slow. Maybe use power, but slow, like that. See, that's a little bit of pump you can use. You actually don't need to do this. If you swing like normal, you can still do this move. But just saying, boom, pump. Like you can make height this way, and by combining moves like this, you can make extreme height. Also, you can actually leave your head on the floor and nudge off, so you jump from your head. A very cool concept. B-Boy Crazy Monkey did this back in the day, but I did it before him. I did it in 2001, but he's at least on camera, right, doing this, and he just really high jumping windmills. But I'll explain how to do the normal one, where your head is nice off the floor and you don't jump too high. So in this case, you don't round out so much your body like that, but you actually stretch out your body. So normally in windmills you're sort of like this, or even a little bit rounded out with your body like this when you roll off your forehead. This time you on purpose leave your head nice off the floor. Why? Simply because the effect is more clear. And then what you do, as you enter the windmill, and you reach this part where normally you go into freeze, but not this part, not on your shoulder. It's like the part right before you nudge with the arm. It's not even so much the legs, but obviously the legs can kick. The legs can just keep swinging, you nudge. So what will happen? Nudge. Here, make a small amount of height, but with the speed of the windmill to work out. And then this part is extremely similar to the barrel mill. You chuck the arm under, so like this, quickly. Now, when you round out your shoulders, this part is very close. See this shoulder and this shoulder? They are very close. I don't do something like this, but like this. It's very close. So you will easily reach the other shoulder and can keep your windmill going. So I'll demonstrate one round quickly where I do the windmill like normal. I on purpose won't pump with the legs, but you can to make very, very big height. If you don't do this, and you just leave your head out like this, you just nudge a little bit and land on the other part. If you have a decent windmill, it shouldn't be really much of a problem. Right, there's one. So after you did this, what will happen probably is that you will lose a little bit the shape, especially if you don't practice like I just do this, because I did this back in the day like that, right? I don't ever do this move anymore. But basically what you have to do is make sure your legs keep swinging like a windmill, because the jump sort of disrupts the windmill a little bit. At least it does for me now. So you want to keep swinging them. So jump, especially if you jump very high, land with swing on. Or even if you want to use the bounce, land with bounce on. You can also, like I said, if you want to make extreme height, treat it similar to a baby mill, but pump very hard. You can open your legs there, that's fine. And it shouldn't be too much of a trouble, guys. So let me demonstrate 2 rounds for you guys, so you guys can see it. Jump, right like that. So actually I feel like this isn't too much of a trouble. I feel also you can probably do this after you sort of learn to control your normal windmill. But as a beginner, I advise against this, simply because, you know, you want to get those barrel mills down to learn all kinds of variations in the correct way. But if you like to do this one, of course, as a variation, it's fine. Even if you want to like do jump one, it's fine, and you can practice on it. So lastly, back in the day, I had these very nice, and I did do sometimes something like this. It's a very similar technique, but I actually use the head to nudge. So you can actually place your head and nudge while you do this move to make more height and a more clean shape. So there's many ways to play with this move, of course, and it's kind of fresh that you don't place the head. So if you can already do moves like figure 4 windmills, baby wheels, whatever, and you can leave your head like this off the floor, can be kind of fresh, right? So maybe there's also original ideas for you there. So if you like this move, go practice it. It's not too hard, but get a decent windmill before you try it. Maybe practice a little bit on soft floor just to be safe, and I'll see you next time.